Hey, what's up, Three Gaming Yetis fam? Welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for Fortnite gaming fun where we break down the strategies to help you become a better player. Today we're talking about those little lifesavers. You know, those little things that are clutch for moments when things didn't go as planned. Yeah, I'm talking about healing items. You know them, you love them, and sometimes you ignore them. But which ones really deserve that slot in your inventory? Well, stick around because we're about to dive into them and we're talking about which items will help you survive and might just be the difference between getting you that victory royale and heading back to the lobby. Now, there are three important categories for healing consumables. You've got core, seasonal, and event-based healing items, and knowing which ones to use and when is always going to be important to survive on the battlefield. This video is going to focus mostly on the core healing items, with additional parts coming in the future that will cover the other two sections of healing. Core healing items. Okay, let's start with the OGs of Fortnite healing, medkits and bandages. Now we all know that the medkit is the ultimate in full healing, but it takes 10 seconds if you need all of that juicy health. Bandages on the other hand are quicker with 2 seconds spent putting on each one, but the downside is that you max out at 75 health. So when should you keep a medkit over some bandages? Well, it kind of depends on your playstyle. If you like to get really aggressive and get into a lot of long drawn out gunfights where you're exchanging a lot of damage, then it makes sense to use bandages. And that's so you can always have some kind of healing going on when there's lulls in the gunfight. It also makes sense to have bandages in the late game because your healing needs increase due to your safe area getting smaller and smaller as time goes on. If the way you play is more hit and run style, then it makes sense to use the medkits because you can swing for huge damage numbers, then back out to safety to heal. Just be careful for third parties trying to ruin all your hard work. But the reality is that either one is well suited to get your health back up, and both items will be a staple of the Battle Royale scene for the foreseeable future. Alright, now we're talking shields. Minis and bigs are basically your bread and butter. Minis are like that friend that's always there for you. They're quick, take just 2 seconds to use, and they'll give you 25 shields, but this is key, they only work up to 50 shield points. That's a huge disadvantage. Big pots on the other hand take 5 seconds, but at the end of it you'll have regenerated your shields by 50 points, and you can stack them up to get your shield bar all the way up to 100%. So why not just carry bigs all the time? Well, minis are so much faster and are great for when you're in the middle of an intense fight. They have basically the same advantages in in-game scenarios that bandages do, but for those times when you just need a quick buff to your shield to get out of a sticky situation. Bigs are better for that solid shield boost if you got a moment to breathe, like between gunfights. So my strat? I always keep a stack of 3 big pots on me when I'm roaming the map, and I try to learn where to find additional healing in the areas that I rotate through most of the time, so that I always know where to go to get me back up to 100%. Hey, here's a quick tip. Why don't you chug splash that subscribe and like button so that you never miss the tip train? Choo choo! Let's keep rolling. Some of the most forgotten healing items in Fortnite are fish. That's because standing around on an active battlefield means you're just asking for a bullet. But if you find a nice quiet spot or are quick about it, you can serve up some of the best and quickest healing items in the game. So let's jump right in and see what's going on below the waterline. Alright, first up we have the flopper. This trusty fish is the bread and butter of healing. It's quick to use and heals for 40 HP, and you can stack 4 of them in each inventory slot. If you're low on health, pop a flopper and you're good to go. Plus they're really common in the waters of Reality Zero, so throw your line out there and most likely you'll end up with one on your line. This item deserves a spot in your inventory slot. It provides some of the fastest healing. Way faster than medkits, bandages, slurp juice, you get the idea. It's just swimming around waiting to help you win. This next fish will make your shield bar really happy, and that's because in an instant you can have 40 shield points dropped right in. That's right, we're talking about the shield fish. They're clutch for not only endgame scenarios, but anytime you need that shield protection in a hurry. They're way faster than minis or bigs, and if you have a stack of 3 of them in your inventory and you eat all 3, within seconds your shield bar goes from 0 to hero. Your enemies won't know how you're still alive. Now, depending on what Reality Zero map you're playing on, you might be able to find these fish easily or not, so I can only recommend these fish if you can actually find them on the map. Next, let's talk about the slurp fish, the MVP of healing fish. This bad boy restores 40 health or shields, whichever you need most. It's a one-size-fits-all fish that, like the loot llama, if you see one of these in the wild, grab it. It's perfect for mid-game or clutch moments in a final circle. Now for the jellyfish. This fish has a little extra magic. When you pop it, it releases a healing burst for you and anyone nearby. Perfect if you're playing squads or duos. Just gather a team around, pop a jellyfish, and everyone gets a nice 20 health or shield boost. Boom, team healed. And of course we can't forget the small fry. These are the bandages of the Fortnite fish. These little guys only heal 25, and they can't take you above 75, so use them wisely. They're great for a quick snack in the early game, but once you get into more intense gunfights, you'll probably want to upgrade to floppers or slurpfish. Alright, so we've got floppers, slurpfish, jellyfish, and small fry. Now here's the real secret. Mixing these fish with other healing items like med kits and chug splashes can make you a serious tank in the game. It's all about strategy, knowing which fish to use and when to use it. Okay, let's move on to those little things you see lying around on countertops, inside boxes or coolers, or just lying around on the floor. And if you learn to use them, these juicy little miracles can mean your survival in those high-stress situations where none of the regular healing items can be found. So a lot of the food items give you between 5 to 10 HP, and the difference between them is usually how fast you get that health. So here's the breakdown. Apples and bananas are packed with 5 health per bite. You'll often find these gems just lying around near trees, inside coolers and produce boxes. Now you might be thinking, 5 health? Really? But hey, 5 health can be the edge you need in a nail-biting 1v1. Next up, we got the cabbage and the corn. These little guys restore your health for 10 HP. When you're running from the storm or dodging snipers, these items give you that quick fix to keep you in the game. It's practically Fortnite's version of fast food, but you know, it's actually good for you. Then we've got the coconut. This tropical treat is a game changer, giving you 5 health or 5 shield, whichever you need more. Talk about versatility. Coconuts are like the multi-tool of the healing fruit. Need health? Done. Need a bit of shield? Done. Just remember, they don't grow everywhere, so when you see one, grab it. Who knew coconuts could save lives, right? Now we're getting spicy with peppers. These little firecrackers not only give you 5 health, but also increase your movement speed for a short period of time. That's right, pop a pepper and you're zooming across the map like a Fortnite Ferrari. Whether you're escaping the storm, closing in on an opponent, or just showing off, peppers give you a massive speed boost. Plus, it's kind of hilarious to run like crazy after eating one. Mushrooms come in a couple of different types and are usually found growing under trees, inside coolers and produce boxes. The common type will add 5 shield points, the mythic type will add 200 HP, and the slurp mushroom will add 10 HP to your health bar. These can be the ultimate lifesavers if you happen to find a cluster of them and are in need of their magical qualities. Now let's just be clear, food in Fortnite really shouldn't have a permanent spot in your inventory. It's more for emergencies than anything. So the next time you're in a pinch, remember to keep an eye out for these lifesavers. They could mean the difference between you surviving or heading back to that lobby. Alright, so we do have some honorable mentions. Alright squad players, listen up. If you're running with the crew, you need to know about the MVP, the Chug Splash. It's fast, it's instant, and it heals everyone for around 20 health or shields. Doesn't matter, it'll boost both. And it's AoE, meaning you can hit multiple people at once. Talk about teamwork, right? Now Medimist. If you haven't used this yet, you're missing out. Medimist is a spray that heals 5 HP per tick and can go up to 150 health, and you can heal while moving. This is awesome for staying in the fight or getting out of the storm. Plus, you can even spray your teammates with it. Next up, the juicy ones, Slurp Juice and Slap Juice. Let's break them down. Slurp Juice is amazing for survival. It slowly heals both health and shields over time, so if you're low, it's like your get out of jail free card. Pop one before a big fight and you're literally healing during the action. Just remember, it doesn't give you that instant boost, it's more like a background hero. Consuming Slap Juice will give you 15 health and will instantly regenerate lost energy for 50 seconds, emitting an orange glow on the player's feet. You can consume another Slap Juice while the effect is active to reset the timer. Okay, so we covered the healing items that can end up in your inventory. Let's talk about those core healing items that are out there in the wild just waiting to help you out. Slurp Juice is one of the major healing items in Fortnite, and they found a way to fill it in kegs, trailers, jars, or even just flowing freely in the streams and lakes. The two most common items found in the wild are kegs and trailers, so keep an eye out for them when you're at a POI. Slurp kegs can be broken open and provide 10 HP or shields depending on what your need is. But the cool thing is that they also provide you with some extra XP. So if you find some in the area and will be rotating away from there, why not bust them open? It'll give you the XP and removes healing that your enemies can use against you. Just make sure to hit the weak spots. Hey, extra XP is extra XP. Slurp trailers are one of the fastest ways to get you and your teammates patched up. Once the trailer bursts open, you can count on it getting you back in the fight immediately. It's also great to land by one in the early game. It gets you and your teammates fully shielded, so then all you have to do is worry about looting your loadout. I'm not sure if players don't realize how useful campfires are, but I'm about to tell you why you should be keeping an eye out for them, especially if vehicles are part of your mobility strategy. And that's because campfires are great for healing you and the health of your vehicle, getting you and your ride back in the fight fairly quickly. Thanks for hanging out, and if you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comments what's your go-to healing item in Fortnite. We'll be dropping additional parts that cover healing, so keep an eye out for them. Can't wait to see what you all think. This is 3Gaming Yeti signing out. Stay healthy out there, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!